at Armageddon this Sunday. So there I am in the gym this afternoon, where I usually am every single day, 24 hours a day, working out, pumping iron. And Phil Spear, the producer of Bite This, he knows this. He knows that I'm always in the gym. So Phil comes running in like a bat out of hell, and he goes, Josh, Victoria, who's supposed to be your guest host, well, her flight got delayed because of fog. And Fink's busy, he can't help you. Tommy Dreamer's off doing something, so we got nobody. He goes, you're just doing the show by yourself. And I said, Phil, look who's over there in the gym. And there's Rue working out. So we dragged Rue out of the gym. And that was my long-winded introduction for Rue. Rue, how's it going?
It's great, Josh. I thought I had enough of you on Wednesdays, and I got to do it with you today. What's going on here?
And at SmackDown.
And at
always.
SmackDown.
Oh
my goodness.
We're always together.
Oh my goodness, yeah. In
lucky
the gym.
You.
No,
lucky you.
Lucky you.
Well, we're going to have a great Bite This. Give us a call at 888-LIVE-WWE for all your wrestling or non-wrestling related questions. Log on to WWE.com. Check us out on your computers. It's going to be an off-the-hook show. Like I said, we got Droz, Taz, as usual, plus Mick Foley and Torrie Wilson will be calling in. Rue, I know you got a lot of questions for Mick Foley and Torrie Wilson, and you know you'll have all of them to ask when we have them.
Great.
So, Rue, I got all these magazines in front of me too, like I have every week. I got this one right here. This is the 50 greatest WWE superstars of all time. This magazine will be on sale Tuesday. If I can get a shot of that, if you guys can, I don't mean to cover your face.
Oh,
but
go.
Here, you can probably read that. You know a lot of those guys in there. You see them all the time.
So I'll let you do all the talking, and I'll read this fantastic magazine.
On sale right now is the new Raw magazine that has this man, Kane, on the cover. Lots of good stuff. This is the first Raw magazine that is completely dedicated to Raw because, of course, we now have a SmackDown magazine. Yeah, I mean, you are both SmackDown people, so we know all about SmackDown, and this is going to be a SmackDown-oriented show. We'll talk a little bit about Armageddon, but not too much, you know, because it's SmackDown. And right here you can see the inaugural, is that right?
Yes.
Inaugural issue of SmackDown, the magazine, with the mayor of Thugonomicsville, John Cena on the cover. So you can check that out now. What else do I got here? I got all those. Okay, those are for you. And this magazine here, this is last month's issue of Raw magazine. What if they worked for Mr. McMahon? They got J-Lo, Mike Tyson, 50 Cent. I call him 50 because we're boys. Who's Anna Kournikova, Jeremy Shockey. But inside this magazine is an article about you, Rue. Right there. See? Rue, baby. It's all about Rue. This is what the old Raw magazine is all about. The whole 3-page thing in there.
Oh, well, not all of it. Not
Michael
all of it.
Cole, Taz. Where's my name?
Josh. I mean, I forgot.
My name's not even a mention.
Well, you know, I mean,
not even a mention.
You were in the thoughts, and see, I was thinking about, you know, my partner, my afterburn partner, right there. See the thought process going on right there. Cole, Taz.
It's been a crazy week here in Stamford. crazy. It was an unbelievable week. I can't wait for SmackDown tonight on UPN. Make sure you tune in. We'll talk about all about SmackDown as we wrap up the show, like I do every week here on Bite This. But joining us now, throwing in his 2 cents for the week, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Droz. Droz, how's it going, buddy?
Not too bad, ladies and gentlemen, today out here.
Yeah, Droz, we got Rue joining us in the studio, and I'm not sure if you've met Rue or not, but now you have a chance to speak to her via the telephone here on Bite This.
Hi, Rue, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm hanging in there.
Droz, see how I just bring people together?
Yes, you seem to have a knack for doing that, Josh.
Thanks. Droz, are you back home now, or are you still rehabbing?
Actually, no, I'm actually in therapy right now. I'm actually heading home on Tuesday, I believe.
Good for you.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting home.
Good for you. We have instant feedback asking Rue to take her shirt off. Oh, hat. That says take off your hat.
That would say.
I guess my mind's in the gutter.
Oh.
All right, Droz,
Droz,
first of all, let's talk about what we can expect in the column this week, and then we're going to do your picks for Armageddon.
Well, that you know, anytime we get towards the pay-per-view, that's the main part of my column is you know, talking about the picks. And, you know, I can't be held to the picks that I make today. You know, when they're finally down in writing, that's what I go by. But you know, I'll probably write a little bit more about, you know, my experience here, you know, in St. Louis at the rehab center, and but mainly it'll be my picks. So we'll see how that goes.
All right, well, let's get the preliminary picks then, as we do here on Bite This. And I want to start with the main event, the World Heavyweight Championship, Goldberg, Triple H, Kane in a triple threat match. And Droz, I'm afraid that you're going to pick against Triple H, as you always do.
Well, you know what? I'd love to go with Kane actually on this one, but I'm not going to. I still have to, you know, I still have to stick with Goldberg. He's been on such a great run, and even, you know, after everything that's happened, you know, I have to stick with him. Hunter, you know, he's been hiding in the shadows after losing his belt a couple months ago, and you know, I'm sure he's ready to pounce. But with Kane added in there, it kind of throws things, kind of throws a monkey wrench in there, and I think that's going to be a good thing for Goldberg, and he'll end up coming out on top.
I can't wait for that triple threat match. But also we have Batista going one-on-one with Shawn Michaels. Who do you like in that one, Droz?
Oof. Well, you know what? I have to go with Shawn on this. I mean, Batista, monster in the ring, great wrestler, but, Shawn is just, time and time again he shows us, what unbelievable matches he can put on out there. And I think, this time he's going to definitely come out on top. I think a lot of people, not that they think he's past his prime, but, he's been doing a little bit of losing lately. And, I see him coming out on top of Batista. I think it's going to be, as always it seems with Shawn, he's going to be a bloody mess when it's all said and done. But I see him coming out on top of this one.
All right, more gold is on the line. The Intercontinental Championship will be decided as Rob Van Dam goes one-on-one with the legend killer, Randy Orton.
The legend killer. Well, this is going to be an interesting match. I mean, Rob, is, probably the most athletic, well, except for maybe Ray, wrestler, I think, in the WWE. But, then again, he puts on a fantastic show. But the legend killer, I think it might be his time to hold up some gold. And, this, as, most of them are going to be knocked out dragouts. But I think Randy's actually going to come out on top here and take the gold away from RVD and hoist that belt up.
All right, what do you think about the fact that Mick Foley is going to be the special guest referee? Does that wave in the favor of who does that go to?
Well, you know what? Mick will always be impartial, and of course, I'd hope he'd lean towards Rob. I mean, that's just my opinion. Of course, you'd think you'd want him to be impartial, but I'd love him to lean towards Rob's side. But he does throw the added twist in there because he has a definite hate for evolution. So that that'll definitely be held against Randy during the match. But I think it's going to come into play, and in the end, Randy still will come out on top.
There are, of course, other big matches happening at Armageddon, but we're not going to give you the rest right now. You're going to have to log on to WWE.com, read Droz's picks. You can get the rest of the other matches, Tag Team Turmoil, Battle of the Sexes, Mark Henry versus Booker T, so go ahead and check that out. Droz, more importantly, I think the best thing about the WWE is that we're not decided by the BCS. And you have Maryland taking on West Virginia in the Gator Bowl. What are your thoughts on that one?
I have a serious problem with, I know in one of the polls they actually have West Virginia ranked higher than Maryland. Maryland beat them down by 20-some points the first time we played them. And although it is harder to play a team the second time, that really bothers me. And by the way, my Terps did beat the #1 team in the nation of basketball last night, Florida, 69-68. I'll just get that little plug in there also. But of course my Terps are going to come out on top, in the bowl game and hopefully put a spanking on the West Virginia boys.
Well, what are your thoughts about the whole BCS in itself, Droz? I mean, come on.
As one of the commentators said before, you can take the C out of there because it's a bunch of. And, by the way, I'm sure JR would have an interesting say about the BCS, but it was only one game that they lost, but Oklahoma did get spanked.
That's
and
sure.
I really think USC should be #1 and LSU should be #2, and they should be going for the title. But if USC wins and Oklahoma wins, we'll have co-national champs. So It's going to definitely stir things up, and I have a feeling the BCS will be changed after this year.
I hope so. In JR's defense and in Oklahoma's defense, I mean, they don't make the rules, though. I mean, Oklahoma's just playing the game that they were placed in. So
that's very true. It's very true. They could just go out there and do what they can, and they're picked BCS #1, so they get their shot at the title.
So good luck to everyone playing in for the national championship. And Droz, listen, we'd like to thank you for your thoughts here on Bite This. Log on to WWE.com, like I said, to read Droz's 2 cents. Sorry, Droz, I always mess up your thing.
You take care.
All right, Droz, thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Droz.
All right, guys, bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, Droz kicking in his 2 cents. You don't know what the BCS is or anything that we're talking about, do you?
No, but I love hearing you talk, really. It's
college
great.
football stuff.
College football stuff,
yeah.
Great.
But this is Bite This. It's a WWE sports entertainment show.
That's all that matters
so
right
let's
now.
talk about,
talk about?
I don't know. What else do we got on the show here? We could talk about... What? What do you got?
I don't know.
You don't got nothing, do you?
Nothing. We'll talk about your hair.
I was in the gym. I'm in the gym 24 hours a day. Isn't it funny how Phil Spear runs into the gym because he knows I'm going to be in there?
Well, I mean, so where's the result? Where are the results?
Well, because I come in here and I eat pizza. All the
24
whole time.
hours in a gym.
Well, hey, where's Dr. Tom? Louisville. Oh, Dr. Tom is in Louisville, so he'll be back next week?
No, he's got time most of it.
Oh, do you want to take some phone calls?
Yeah,
They got a question for Rue?
Yeah.
How come I never get any questions? How come nobody calls us questions for Josh?
Well, give me a cell phone.
All right, this is Martin calling from the UK. Martin, do you have any questions for me?
I might do if you can answer some.
Okay, well, go ahead and ask Rue your question, and then maybe me and you can chat.
Yeah, Rue, I hear in the Raw magazine you've got an album coming out. How's it going, and what's it entailing, and what type of music is it?
Well, Martin, yes, it's a pop hip hop kind of vibe. It's a little urban, and it's a lot of things that have happened in my life, and I write a lot of material, and I work with different producers and put different things out. I'm not quite sure when it's going to come out, but it's in the process. It's definitely in the process.
Thanks,
Anything
Martin.
else, Martin?
Thanks, Martin. Thanks for the question. No, as soon as I ask your question, bam, you're gone.
Gone.
That's
Okay.
it. That's how it works right now about this.
Well, thanks.
No follow-ups, no nothing.
All right, so it's over.
That's it. He asks
I
the
wish I
questions
could have that
and they
effect
cut him
when
off.
you call me sometimes, and I'm like, yeah, Josh, I'd love to be over. Right, yeah, fast. What's the matter, Josh?
So anyway, so this week on Raw, we saw Mick Foley, who will be joining us on the phone. Mick Foley, co-general manager of Raw. Mick Foley has a petition to bring back Stone Cold Steve Austin. Already has over 600,000 signatures.
Wow.
I am one of those. Did you sign the petition?
I haven't, but
Would you be willing to sign Mick Foley's petition?
Yeah. I can.
You don't want Stone Cold to come back?
No, I do want Stone Cold to come back, for sure. So I'm going to sign the petition. There you go. Where's the petition?
Okay, well, we got instant feedback. This is instant feedback. This is where
Okay.
the fans here watching on WWE.com can give us feedback. Here we have one. This is Smart Kid V saying, Rue, can you sing for us? We got one from Harry15. Here's a question. Josh, won't you just die? No, Harry15. I won't. Thanks for caring.
I like this one. Give Rue some pizza. Yeah, you know what? You're sitting there eating all the pizza by yourself.
The pizza is for me.
Oh, really?
That's what it's about.
I don't think I agree with that.
No, that's it. You got a WrestleMania 19
You know what?
hat.
Josh isn't a gentleman. Just to let you know.
WrestleMania 20, just 93 days away from today. 93 days. That's it. 93 days. We're going to be at Madison Square Garden, sold out. The place is going to be packed. There's going to be electricity that's probably never been felt in Madison Square Garden in history.
I'm going to feel it all in Jersey.
It's going to be WrestleMania 20. It's going to be like Phil. I know Phil's on the phone with his girlfriend probably. We know Phil. What do you got? Oh, Torrie. Hey, he wishes it was his girlfriend. You guys know what I'm talking about. So anyway, Taz still to join us. Torrie Wilson going to join us. Okay, we're trying to get a hold of Mick Foley right now, but as you people know on Bike This, there's always a little problems going on. So let's look at more. Harry15 apologized to me for me punking him out here on Bike This. Sorry, Josh. It's okay, Harry. We all have our opinions. So, Rue, I'm looking at these magazines. Where are my magazines? Did you take them all?
I put them here.
You took them all. You took them
I'm
all.
having fun reading all these fantastic emails.
Yeah, well, this is a special edition. This isn't a Raw or SmackDown. This is just the 50 greatest superstars in the WWE history. Let's just look at some of them. Let's go down the list here. I don't want to give a lot away. Phil, I can name some of these guys, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How about Haystacks Calhoun? Look at this picture. This is wrestling right there. Can you guys see that or no?
It's a wrestling.
No? Doesn't it look all cool? Look at the monitor, Rue. Isn't that awesome?
That is cool.
What? Oh, give it to her. She can hold it and hold it up. Oh, Haystacks Calhoun. There you go. Bam. Down a little bit. Right there. Perfect. That's Haystacks Calhoun. He's one of the 50 greatest superstars in the WWE history. Off the hook. So, Rue, Armageddon going to be happening this Sunday. I know me and you. This Sunday, right? Yeah, me and you won't be there.
Right.
It's a Raw.
That's true.
Branded.
Right.
Pay-per-view.
That's
but
correct.
we'll be watching.
Absolutely.
What are you most?
Are you
looking
going to share pizza with me maybe on that day?
Oh, you want to watch it together?
Oh, well, actually, no. I just foot in mouth. Never mind. There's a chance maybe we're in the same area.
Let's look at some of these matches. We got the Battle of the Sexes, Christian and Chris Jericho taking on Trish Stratus and Lita. And you're a girl.
Yes.
So what do you think about this? I mean, the odds are obviously in the favor of Christian and Chris Jericho. I mean, in my opinion, I don't want to sound sexist or anything, but, you know, so who do you like Trish Stratus and Lita in that match? I mean, are you hoping that the women come through and win the match?
Of course, I want the women to prevail. I mean, I'm a woman. So, I mean, for me, that's empowering.
Really?
Simple, yeah.
Chris,
I mean, I'm not saying yes.
Chris12171 would like to know if you would ever pose for Playboy.
Really? Well, the word never has, it's not in my vocabulary, so that's about the extent of that.
Really?
Would you buy it?
Sure, I'll do Becca a huge favor. Hello, Becca from Connecticut. Screen name Edgehead1010. How's it going? Is Josh ever going to get a life? Are we going to ever get a phone call from somebody on the phone? I'm just buying time here. Just talking about nothing.
Well, I mean, I can grab a cell phone and...
No, that's okay. We should have talked to Droslodge. Oh, Did I say that Victoria's flight? Yeah, I said
You
Victoria's
did.
flight.
You said Victoria's flight was.
Can we get a phone call? 888 Live WWE. Does anybody want to call us? Talk.
Call
We'll
us.
talk to
Come
you.
on.
We'll put you on the
Please.
air. Oh, we got a phone
Take
call?
me away from
Who is
this.
it? Who is it? Who's calling us on
Yes.
the phone here on Bite This? We should call my mom so I don't have to pay for long distance charges. Hello, how you doing?
Hey Josh, how you doing?
Good. Who's this?
This is Dustin from Houston.
Hey, Dustin from Houston.
Hey, y'all had just made your debut at the SmackDown or the Toilet Center a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I had a great time there.
I just want to say thanks. I was sitting on the side of the street there waiting for everyone to come in, and you and Taz and Brew were like the only people who stopped to the side and signed my poster for me.
Cool. Well, you know, I'm glad to do it. Rue's glad to do it.
Absolutely.
We always talk about.
I just want to thank y'all for doing that. You know, y'all were really nice for doing it there.
Oh, no problem. No problem. If it
Thank
wasn't
you.
for the fans, we wouldn't be
That's right.
where we are today, drowning on Bite This. So thank you very much, Justin.
Thanks,
Yes, thanks.
All right, talk to you soon. Keep watching the show. All right, see, it's not always negative about me. What, does Harry 15,
No,
is he got another problem
Josh,
with me?
it said something really nice to you.
Oh, where?
Ray 531 said, Josh, you kick ass. You're the best.
Oh, you're not allowed to say ass on Bite This.
But you just said it.
You're not allowed to curse.
But Josh, you just said it.
I didn't mean to. I
repeated
was
it after
correcting
me.
you. Shit, now we're going to be... Ha, just a little cursing humor, ha ha.
Oh, so we're allowed to do it. Thanks
Well,
a
you're
lot.
not really, I mean, you're
Well,
not...
I don't speak. I don't.
Phil
Vulgarity
doesn't-
is not in my
Phil
vocabulary.
Phil doesn't love when you... Victoria, you were supposed to be here today. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us on the phone, my supposed co-host this week on Bite This, but her flight was delayed. Victoria, what happened?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you at all.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can now. Yes.
Now, Victoria was supposed to be my co-host here on Bite This today, and unfortunately, your flight was delayed due to fog.
Yes, darn New York. I'm telling you. You know what? I think Trish Stratus has something to do with this weather. I bet my life on it. I'll tell you.
Victoria,
No,
do you blame everything on
She's trying to steal
Trish?
my limelight. She wants to take my spot on Bite This. She knows how badly I want to be in Connecticut with you guys, and of course she's going to get in my way again.
Really?
I'm gonna have to, teach her a lesson again.
All right, well, Victoria, my co-host here today, since you couldn't be here, is Rue. You know Rue, you guys met at some of the dual-branded SmackDown Raw pay-per-view extravaganzas.
Hi, Victoria.
Hi.
How are you?
Well,
we
I
miss
miss
you.
I love you. Oh, this is a good friend.
We
This is
miss
a good
you.
friend. Thank you. Thanks. What are you doing?
Well, you know, we were working out in the gym.
Yes.
Will you show him a few pointers?
No, I don't really. I just kind of go in there and try to train through osmosis.
We were on separate sides of the room by choice, Victoria.
So, Victoria, I hear that you and Matt Hardy will be signing unscripted books tonight at 7 p.m. Where's that going to be at?
Well, actually, the limo's going to be taking me to a book store to do the signing, and I just got my itinerary. So, Phil, I would ask who's there, where I'm going to be doing the signing. So
Phil is frantically writing on the board.
Right. His hand is going so fast.
It's going to be at
Is he really?
Yeah,
Bookends.
Bookends in Victoria. You're going to be at Bookends in Ridgewood, New Jersey.
Bookends.
Yes.
I will be at Bookends, and I invite all the fans to meet me. And I enjoy meeting the fans just because I get good feedback, bad feedback, and it always matters to me what the fans think of our show, and I like to know that they're entertained and what I can do better. So, that's what I do for them, is try to entertain them,
So,
get
Victoria,
them on the edge of their seat.
So where are you right now?
I am in the limo trying to leave the airport, LaGuardia, heading to Newark. So I have to go get freshened up for my autograph signing.
Okay, well, I hope that you make it to Bookends in Ridgewood, New Jersey. I'm sure that all the fans do as well. Victoria, how about this New York weather? It's just been relentless in the past few weeks.
I know.
It's
It
bad.
has been, huh?
It's been
What's
real
up with
bad.
this?
So how's Raw treating you? How's the Raw side of things? I'm a SmackDown guy, you know that.
What is that, Phil?
Phil, how's the Raw side of things going, Victoria?
The wild side?
The Raw.
Wild side.
show-
I'm sure he wants to
Sorry,
talk about the
I
wild
can't
side
hear you
too.
guys. I apologize.
Oh, that's okay. With technical difficulties every once in a while.
Absolutely. Well, how's the Raw side? Obviously we're doing a great job, huh? Lita and I just had a steel cage, and the women's division is just getting tougher and tougher, and a little bit more hardcore, and you never know what's going to happen next. So I always tell the fans to keep on watching. Things will change last minute, and you never know when we're going to have a tables, ladders, and chairs match. So, oh goodness! But it's a great. We're doing great, and it's thanks to the fans, it's we're doing better and better.
Awesome.
So,
Victoria, let me ask you, how did it feel to be part of the first, and I'm not sure if this was the first, but I'm going to say it anyway, the first cage match between two divas? How did that feel? I mean, that was kind of groundbreaking.
Unbelievable. I remember when they first told me I was having a hardcore match with Trish, and I thought they were joking. And when I showed up to the building, they said, you have a steel cage. Again, I thought they were kidding again. But you know what? I'm flattered that they have confidence in me that I can handle it, and I'm willing to do anything, and I was excited, and I'm telling you, walking down that ramp, oh, unbelievable, and seeing that cage, it's so surreal. You cannot explain how it feels, because and once you're in that steel cage, it's pretty scary. But, again, I'm flattered that they have the confidence in me that I can do it, and I bring on the next challenge. I'm willing to do what it takes. I want that belt. I'm telling you, Phil. It's me in my back pocket soon. So I feel it.
Well, that's awesome. And Victoria, listen, we really appreciate you calling, and sorry you couldn't join us today, and hopefully we'll get you back in the studio, and we can do the show, and everything will be a blast. We really appreciate you calling up.
Okay, next time we'll get an earlier flight, or else I'm gonna body slam you on the mat, Phil, and take care of you. Okay?
Okay, sounds good.
I would love to be in there.
All
Okay.
right. All right, Victoria. Talk to you soon.
Bye, Victoria.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Why did Victoria think I was Phil?
I didn't tell her who it was from.
Oh, you just kind of said, hey, let's just.
Mix at the hospital. We're trying to get somebody else.
Oh, so Victoria thought that I was Phil. I think she thought that Rue was Trish Stratus. I really do. I think that's what was going on here. So there was a bad connection, I guess, going on between us and Victoria. So maybe we'll get her in the studio one day and she can do this show together. Oh, we have another phone call. This is Becca from Connecticut, and I think this is the same Becca who I just said hello to a few minutes ago. But Becca, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Did I just say hello to you?
Yes, you did.
You're Edgehead
Yes,
1010?
I am.
Tremendous. So how's it going? What's your question? What do you need?
I was just wondering, do you ever get sick of being picked on by all the wrestlers?
Do I ever get sick? The wrestlers pick on me?
Yeah.
I thought they were always just joking around. Wait, they really pick on me?
Well, I mean, that's what it seems like.
Oh, I thought we were all friends. Maybe if I look at it from... Maybe they do pick on me, Rue.
Maybe. I couldn't help you with that because, we're so close. We're
I
buds,
thought that last week when the FBI put my head in the toilet at SmackDown that they were just having a good time.
Oh, yeah, you thought it was all part of the...
Yeah. That wasn't on the show? That wasn't on SmackDown?
You know what? It actually wasn't. So next time I'll get you back.
Huh. All right, well, Becca, thank you very much for enlightening me. We've only done... we'll talk to you soon. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Boom. Boom. Gone. Boom. Oh, my God, we still have half a show to do. Can we get Taz on the phone? Can we do Tales from the Hook? He's always entertaining.
That's right. That's Taz.
He's always got
you know
things
that
to
Taz
say.
Is hot.
Yeah, I knew that, Ru.
Yeah.
Josh, I'll give you $10 if you get up and start dancing right now.
Oh.
Please send your $10 to what's our address here?
Well, there's some sort of
To
address
WWE.
here.
No. Send your address. Send your $10 to WWE, care of Josh Matthews. And I'll start dancing as soon as you send your $10. And that leads me to a tremendous segue. 2 weeks ago on SmackDown, we saw the return of Ernest the Cat Miller, my old partner. The Cat was struggling a little bit in Boise, and he needed somebody to dance with. And the Cat got none other than Boise's own Torrie Wilson, who just happens to be joining us on the phone right now.
That's right.
Hello, Torrie.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hi,
Not
Torrie.
too much. Torrie, Josh
Hi.
Matthews here, and joining me this week, who was just happening to be in the gym the same time I was. We didn't have a co-host. We threw
Right.
her in the deep
Threw me
water.
in.
It's Rue.
Somehow, Josh, you follow Rue around everywhere backstage.
No, isn't it the other way around?
Somehow, it doesn't surprise me that she's with you there.
Don't you? Wait.
Somehow
wait.
he convinced me, Torrie. I don't know what that was about.
Wait a second. Torrie, we're live on WWE.com. Don't you think that it's the other way around?
No, Torrie, it's not.
No, I don't think so.
Thank you.
Really? Wow. All right, well, be that as it may.
I
Back
don't
to...
blame you though, Josh.
Yeah, thank you very much. So, Torrie, listen. Rey Mysterio returns to his hometown tonight on SmackDown. Do you have some fond memories of wrestling at your hometown, too? Live debut. What is this? Oh, this is something else. I'm having a struggle today. Torrie, listen. We were in Boise a couple weeks ago for SmackDown.
Yeah.
What'd you think of that? How cool was that to be in your hometown?
Oh, it was awesome. It was especially awesome because it was right before Thanksgiving, so I just got to stay there. I didn't have to fly out.
I wish I would have wrestled, though, instead of dancing with the cat.
Really? Why? You don't like dancing with the
Well,
cat?
dancing with the cat was very cool, but I'm not much of a dancer.
But you were fantastic, Torrie, I have to tell you.
Well, thank you.
Well, you've been jet-setting all over the world. How was the UK?
The UK was awesome. I was there for a whole week, did a lot of PR over there. I actually brought my mother with me, and she had a great time doing all of the fun stuff while I was working.
That's awesome. And we got all sorts of stuff going on in Torrie Wilson's life these days. We understand that MTV Cribs did something at your house. Is there any idea when that's going to be on the air?
They did. No, actually, when they left our house, they said it would be the end of November or sometime in December. So I guess it should be coming up soon.
Awesome. Torrie, can you, some of these rumors are that those houses on Cribs aren't really the people's houses. Were they really at your house? You don't have to lie.
They really were.
Really?
I've never heard that rumor, actually.
I never heard that rumor
You've
either,
never heard
Josh.
that? I've heard that before, that they rent out houses and they just go to them.
But do you think they're not going to have these fantastic houses?
Well, no, I'm not saying that. I'm sure
This is not your house, Josh.
I live in a basement.
Yeah?
So
Oh my
anyway, we
gosh.
got all sorts of questions. We got emails. Torrie, you want to answer some emails?
Sure.
This is from Gabe of Loves Park, Illinois. Are you as playful in real life as you seem to be on TV?
Mike is playful?
Playful, that's his question, yeah.
Yes. Actually, I just have to say, when you're a good girl, it's very hard to separate the character you are on TV with, well, for me anyway, the character on TV with my real life me. I'd say that's very much like the real life me.
Cool. Other questions here. Should SmackDown have a women's championship?
Definitely. I've been fighting for that for months. Hopefully, I'll get somewhere.
Victoria, do you think that we should have women's tag team? What did I say? I said Victoria. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
it's Torrie.
Oh, Victoria was calling me
Back
Phil
to
Spear.
SmackDown.
Sorry.
It's all about SmackDown right now, Josh. Let me help you out there.
Torrie, do you think that we should have women's tag team championships on SmackDown?
That would be awesome, but we only have 5 girls right now, so it'd be pretty hard.
Well, you could. Yeah, I guess you're right. You could have 2 tag teams. And
Well,
somebody-
Josh, this is a really great opportunity for me to say, well, you can join right in. But anyway, never mind.
Well, what about don't you think if we had a women's cruiserweight championship that you guys would all be vying for because you're all cruiserweight eligible?
Yeah. I'd have to learn a lot of the cruiserweight moves. Maybe I could pull out the shooting star.
There you go.
Do so well.
There you go. Well, let's go to the phones now. We got Paul calling from New Jersey. Paul, you're on the phone with Torrie Wilson. Go.
Hi, I got a question for Torrie and Josh.
Yeah, questions for Josh are always good.
I'll start off with Torrie. Why did your husband, Billy Kidman, cut his hair? I had friends who idolized him because of his hair. He always acted like him, and he actually had his hair cut like Billy's.
All I could hear was, why did he cut his hair? What was the rest?
Yeah, that was the question, and then that was pretty much the question.
Well, he cut his hair. Actually, he had been wanting to cut his hair for a long time, and he just got sick of having long hair. All he did was wear it back in a ponytail when he wasn't working, and I told him to go for it. I think he looks a lot cuter with short hair.
Cool. Thanks for the question there, Paul from New Jersey. We got more emails. This one's from Sharon of Houston, Texas. Torrie, do you think you'll ever do a second layout for Playboy?
I would definitely say there's a chance.
There's a chance for that. So Sharon of Houston, Texas, keep your eyes open for that. More emails. This is from Chris of East Liverpool, Ohio. I wonder if that's anything like Liverpool where the Beatles are from. Who's been your favorite wrestler to manage since you started in WCW? And if your answer is Billy Kidman, please pick a number 2 person also.
Okay, well, that is correct. My number 1 would be Billy Kidman. Number 2, gosh, I would have to say Shane Douglas. He was pretty cool to work with. He was very smart, and he always made sure he involved me in his matches.
The franchise.
The
I remember Shane Douglas.
franchise.
The franchise. Remember, he used to say like the franchise like that. You know, that's pretty cool. Torrie, when Billy Gunn returns, do you think that you'll reunite with him or go in your own direction?
I really don't know. It's been so long that it could go either way. I have a feeling we might not work together, but you never know.
Cool.
Wow. So, Torrie, you're featured in the new unscripted book. Have you seen it yet? And if you have, what do you think about it?
I have seen it. I think it's really cool. Actually, some of those things with different people, I just can't believe that they put that in a book like that. There's a lot of stuff in there that wrestling has never shown in the past, behind-the-scenes kind of stuff. And I think it's really cool. It's something that a true wrestling fan, I think, will really appreciate.
Yeah, it's an awesome book,
It is.
available on newsstands everywhere now. It's a great coffee table book, and it lets you see the inside lives of the superstars of World Wrestling Entertainment, and now still Torrie, the phones are just buzzing off the hook here. We can't get any business done here at Titan Towers because all the phone calls are for you. This one, this one is Rachel calling from California. Rachel, you're on the phone with Torrie Wilson.
Hi, Rachel.
My question for you is, how has life backstage changed since you got married?
I didn't hear it. I couldn't hear the question.
How has your life changed since you've been married?
Actually, it hasn't changed at all. We lived together before we got married, and hasn't changed one bit. Really, it's wonderful. It's nice to know that someone's committed to you like that in marriage. But other than that, it's really the same.
So there you go, Rachel. Thank you very much for the question. Torrie, listen, we really appreciate you joining us here on Bite This Thursday afternoon.
Thanks for having me, guys.
And looking,
great. I couldn't be there to beat up Victoria.
Well, yeah, she was saying some things about you, but I'm not one to start any problems. So we're looking forward, I'm sure all your fans are looking forward to seeing you on SmackDown each and every week on UPN, and we really appreciate you here being here on Bite This.
That's right.
Thank you. Don't miss the show.
All right, thanks, Torrie.
Bye, Torrie.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
So that was Torrie Wilson. Phil Spear looked at me like, what are you, crazy? Getting
You're breaking a sweat, you know.
What, I know, because I'm working hard. I'm working hard here.
No, I think it's the Torrie phone call. I definitely think that's what it is. I don't blame you.
This is more instant feedback than we've probably gotten in months, and phone calls and all sorts of stuff. I think that Rue should take my spot as host of Bite This. No?
All right.
Well, anyway.
Well, I wouldn't mind.
We have a great time on Bite This. We have pizza. We have diet soda. I don't know if I can say the particular brand of soda that we drink. Can we?
Well, we have pizza. No? Do I have pizza?
No, they got.
Come on, I'm not even. Yeah, it's all the way over there.
All over there.
It's all the way over there. And Josh, I don't see you, offering any pizza to me.
Still looking to get Mick Foley on the phones. Give us a call at 888-LIVE-WWE if you have any questions for myself, Rue, Mick Foley, or Taz, who will be joining us shortly, I do believe. And looking forward to SmackDown. Well, let's talk about SmackDown tonight now that we have a couple of minutes. Tonight on SmackDown, Rey Mysterio is in his hometown of San Diego. You never know.
619.
You never know.
Who's that jumping now? Sorry.
You never know.
You just said that I can host the show by myself.
Are you going to continue to step on my words?
Well, this is what happens.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now have a caller from
Saved
Dustin
by
of
Dustin.
North Carolina. Dustin, what's your question? Hello?
Do you think SmackDown and Raw should reunite?
No. I don't think that SmackDown and Raw should reunite. I think that everything is great. I don't even think that there should be, I think there should be one dual-branded pay-per-view a year. I think it should be WrestleMania. I think the rest should be split up between SmackDown and Raw. I think it gives many superstars an opportunity to elevate themselves, and I think that in the future you're going to see, I'm very proud of my brand that I'm on SmackDown. I know you are as well, and I know the Raw guys are proud to be on Raw, and it's cool to have that, you're dedicated to, Thursday nights, dedicated to SmackDown.
That's right.
Like I'm dedicated to SmackDown each and every week. And I know another man who is very dedicated to SmackDown.
Who is that?
Like he bleeds blue. Well, actually, he bleeds orange and red. He bleeds all sorts of colors.
That must be the one and only Hot Taz.
Yeah. Hey, Taz, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Rue, how are you?
Taz is hot.
Taz is hot. What's the kid? What is that? Tom Pritchard? Hey, Tom.
No, Taz, it's not Dr. Tom.
Josh.
Hey, buddy, what's up?
How you doing?
Well, we're just hanging out, doing a little Bite This, eating pizza, drinking soda.
No, Josh is eating pizza, not offering Rue any pizza.
It's fancy. You guys are doing a show together. That's cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
It is cool.
You guys do Afterburn together.
Yeah, Afterburn, everyone's favorite syndicated SmackDown television show.
Well, I'm a big fan of Afterburn. I watch it all the time. Actually, I usually go to Michael Cole's house, and he makes hot chocolate, and we watch you guys on the air all the time. We get tips from you guys, and we learn from you.
Really? You and Michael Cole hang out outside of doing SmackDown? I always thought that
drinking hot chocolate.
Yeah, you know Michael Cole, the play-by-play guy from SmackDown.
Oh, okay, yeah, now I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. But by the way, Rue, I just want to let you know that I do know, especially behind the scenes, I know that you are the hardest working woman in show business.
Wow.
I know that for a fact.
You do?
Yes, you are.
Well, thank you, Taz, but I'm not quite as hardworking as you've been all these years, and so you're a great inspiration.
One day you guys will get to my level.
We're working on it.
I'm just kidding. It's just my sarcasm.
We love
anyway, what do you guys, you want to talk about? You guys want to talk about Michael Cole? You want to talk about announcing? What do you guys want to talk about?
We can talk about really anything that you'd like to talk about.
I mean, we have lists of questions, but what would you like to talk about, Taz?
Wait a minute. Let me hold on.
No, he's going to. No, I'll do it, Taz. We're hosting
Get
a
hot.
show. We lead Taz, and he just answers the questions we want. So my question, Taz, isn't San Diego your favorite
That
city?
was my question.
Okay, hold on.
Josh.
I was in the middle of a point. I'm the guest. This is my segment, and
That's
now you're
right.
just yelling at me. First of all, you guys are the hosts, so this is going to be Teaching Time with Taz.
Okay.
Actually, it should be a jingle for that. Teaching Time with Taz. What do you think, Ru? Can you do a jingle for us?
I can. Teaching time with Taz?
Yeah, let me hear a good one. Let's
Teaching
do that
time
jingle
with
for us.
Taz.
There you go,
Because
tremendous.
Taz is hot.
Yes. What were we talking about?
We were talking about how you were just going to yell at us.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to yell at you, but I just want you to know. Now, maybe, Josh, you're sitting next to a professional. You can learn how to do on-air broadcasting.
You're right.
Right, and maybe you can also learn how to return a phone call, but that's another story.
You called me today?
Yes, I did.
How come you don't leave voicemails?
Oh, I'm your secretary. You know that. The office calls me, and they're trying to reach you, so they call me to get you. I work for Josh Matthews. All you wrestling fans out there, Taz is Josh Matthews' personal secretary.
Why don't you answer?
Well, then I'm going to start calling you more often because then Taz will answer and I'll actually,
Taz calls people and he doesn't leave voicemails.
No, I just hang up. I usually text message.
And sometimes in the middle of a conversation, he just hangs up on me.
Yeah, I know. That's the way. I'm a very, very busy guy.
You are very busy. Taz, can I ask you a question, please?
What? Hold on. Can you hold on a minute?
Yeah, I guess so.
You guys talk amongst each other. Come on.
Okay.
Hold on a minute.
See, he's always got other things going on.
But he always looks fine.
Oh,
And
he
always
does.
has the best wardrobe. He always looks great every time he goes out there.
Is there anything else you'd like to say about him before I continue to make my point?
No, please make your point. Go ahead.
He's always got things going on. He's getting this huge office built over in Stamford, Connecticut. Huge.
That's right.
Like
But I
see,
think that I have the key to that.
I see bulldozers. I see trucks. I see sand.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, I had somebody else on the line. I'm very busy.
Who was it?
Excuse me?
Who was calling you?
It was my mother.
Oh. All right, right.
Now you know my business. You're going to pay my mortgage, too? Jeez.
Taz,
So,
recently,
Ru, you've never... Actually, it wasn't my mother. It was my one of my lawyers.
it was probably Michael Cole.
Excuse me?
I said it was probably Cole.
No, Cole doesn't have my phone number. You know that. You know better than that. Come on.
You're right.
Me
you're
and
right.
tight. Actually, the fans need to know, and I don't even know if Ru's aware of this, that Josh and I, we're such good friends that we are on an embrace relationship, meaning that when we see each other for the first time during a day or during a road trip, Josh, what do? We embrace, right?
We hug, and it's always a very great. It's probably the best part of my day.
Taz, I'm so saddened by this.
Well, Ru, come on, you know my.
I mean, I get 1 or 2 hugs a day, actually. There you go.
I know, but also Ru is the person Ru, what do you do with Taz right before Taz goes on the air?
We're live, Taz.
No, this is all clean. It's clean.
Are you promise?
I promise. Ru will tell you what she does with Taz before Taz goes out for the live audience.
Do we have a censor button in case something comes out that maybe...
Josh, I'm a consummate professional here. I would never disrespect
Nothing's going to pop up.
Nothing is going to...
What the hell?
Whoa! Okay!
Don't worry about it. I got my hand on the situation. Tremendous.
I love Taz.
You've never been part of Tales from the Hook. This is the best part of this miserable internet show they have in that office.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, well, anyway.
But anyway, so... Any other questions you'd like us to ask you?
I want you to tell the people what you do with me before I go out in front of the people.
Okay, well, what I basically do is I look at Taz, I give him a hug, I check him over from head to toe.
There you go.
I tell him, you're looking mighty fine today.
Right. Once the blue moon, I won't have any orange in my attire.
If he doesn't have orange on, I get incredibly
upset. upset when I don't have any orange.
I do. I'm so upset about it. So I look from head to toe. I mean, listen, I don't know what's going on in the undergarments. I mean, there could be orange for all I know, but, we didn't get to that level yet. So therefore, every time Taz is ready to go, I look at him and I say, okay, where's the orange? And if there isn't any orange, my day it's shot. It's done.
Right. And so Ru gives me the overview. She looks at me, and then Michael Cole, he gets the fashion overview from Steve Lombardi, the Brooklyn Brawler.
Well, Taz, I hope your lawyer call is a good one.
What'd you say? Did you shot at me?
No. Joking around.
I didn't hear you. Oh, you know what, Josh? See, that's the problem.
What?
I don't even know what you said. That's the problem. I couldn't hear you.
It's because he's got pizza in his mouth, Taz.
Pizza.
Isn't that respectful?
He's
chewing on pizza as he's asking you questions.
Pizza, you should be doing radio with an attitude like that. Anyway, what do you want to talk about?
I want to ask you a question related to sports entertainment, if you don't mind.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to get your thoughts on Nathan Jones walking out on the WWE.
Oh, well, I guess from what I heard, he was Nathan was just, I don't know, he couldn't take it no more, I guess they call it. Some people say, I guess, distress or whatever. I can't speak for Nathan. I didn't talk to the guy, but...
Well, okay, let me rephrase my question. Are you surprised when this sort of thing happens? Are you surprised when, somebody like Nathan Jones, who, is getting ready to, perhaps jump into the forefront here in the WWE and he cracks and he goes? I mean, are you surprised to see that happen?
I was a little surprised because, he was getting an opportunity that a lot of guys that have been in the industry before him and have been in the industry a lot longer than him are not getting or did not get. So, for that fact, I was a little surprised that he just bolted. But there was a part of me that when I sat back and thought about it, I mean, don't get me wrong, I didn't lose sleep over this subject. I did say, well, he's a guy who has not been doing this for a long time. So it's not like he was on the road starving for 3, 4, 5 years, up and down the road while his check's bouncing. You know what I mean? So, I'm a firm believer, and you know this, Josh. I'm a firm believer in, you work hard. When you work hard, good things come to you, and you appreciate what you have. The harder it is for you to get it, you appreciate it once you got it. Mm-hmm. And that, when you were part of Tough Enough, for example, that was something that I know I preached to you guys up and down. I'm a firm believer in that, and sometimes to the point that I get obnoxious to myself about it. But I really believed in that, and you wouldn't hear of a guy like a Chris Benoit, for example, just quitting. Because Chris, and I'm just using Chris as an example, or an Eddie Guerrero, or Rey Mysterio, guys like this who have been in the game and have earned their stripes and come up through the ranks and earned the opportunity. Not saying Nathan didn't earn it, but, Nathan has a phenomenal look. He's got a body of he's just amazing looking guy. I mean, he's scary looking, to Nathan's credit, his work, his in-ring work, when he went away for a while and then just came back recently, God, the guy got so much better in-ring. So I thought Nathan was happier. And I would talk to Nathan once in a blue moon at SmackDown, and I have nothing against the guy. He was always really cool to me. I never wrestled the guy, nothing like that, but I was not totally surprised that he left because, to button this up, he did not. It wasn't a killer effort for him in his life and sacrificing in his life to make it in this industry. Mm-hmm. Therefore, it's easier to walk away from it. The thing that did bother me, though, about the way he left is that he just left.
Right.
He didn't finish up and do the honors, do the right thing on the way out the door.
Right.
I know when I left ECW, I gave 2.5 months' notice to Paul Heyman. And I did the right thing on the way out, and I was at home with myself about that. And to be honest with you, Vince McMahon was adamant to that. He said, when you leave there, you got to do the right thing. And I said, you damn right I'm doing the right thing. So Vince and I were on the same page with that. And Paul Heyman was totally cool. He understood. I had to do what I had to do, even though we had some problems with it, but that's another story. But my point is that when I left, I did the right thing on the way out. And that's old school ethics in the business, and that's what you need to do. And Nathan, if I was Nathan, I would have came to TV and just came to SmackDown, did what I was told to do, and then leave. Mm-hmm. Don't just leave. The creative team and the front office with a pencil in their hand with no point on it. You know what I mean? And it's like, now what? But what are you gonna do? Who knows what happens behind the scenes? I don't know what Nathan's deal was. I don't know what Can't speak for Nathan, but. I respect that he was honest with them, and he just said, no, I'm gone. I respect that because, you know what, if a man's not happy somewhere, it's going to show in the product. It's going to show in his in-ring work, and I bet you at the end of the day, Vince McMahon was probably happy that he left because I don't think Vince wants anybody around that doesn't want to be around.
Right.
And that's something Paul Heyman said to me when I left ECW. He's like, listen, I want you to stay here, but if you don't want to be here no more, then that's the luck of you.
Right.
And I was a guy that was there a long time at ECW. But I respect Paul for that. And I'm sure Vince is the same way in that regard. It's like a relationship. If you're in a relationship with a girl, or in Rue's case, a guy, if you're in a relationship with someone and you know that person really is not into you, but you're head over heels for them, unless you're some kind of a quack, You're not going to want to. How are you going to want to stay with a person when you know the person don't want to be with you?
That's right.
It's like Michael Cole and his wife. His wife hates him, you know, and you know she's trying to get out of this marriage, but he keeps her in it. But that's another story.
Wow. Okay.
Wow, that just went right there.
Well, I also think, Taz, don't you think it's a testament to our superstars here in the WWE who go through this each and every week and up and down the roads, you know, such as yourself, so long and so many years who stick to it, and you know, you eventually do get to where you are and you become a huge star. I think it's a testament to all our guys who do go through that every week, and it just shows everyone how really difficult it is.
No, that's a great point. No doubt about it. And you're a guy who came into the business, and anybody from Tough Enough, as you know, always was given a hard time. But at the end of the day, a few of you guys, including you, have proved yourself. And then it took a while for you guys like you, guys like Maven, you know, someone like Nydia, Chris Nowinski, you people have earned the respect, or Shaniqua, you know, have earned the respect now of your peers, and that's, you know, that's tough to do when you come in, not come in the old school way, you know, and you stuck it out, you know. I mean, Maven's sticking it out, and all the other people from Tough Enough, to the point that we don't even look at you guys as far as Tough Enough people anymore. You're WWE superstar.
Right, and Taz, let me off of that. Do you think there really is such thing as getting into the WWE or as the old school way anymore? I mean, is there an old school way anymore in today's time?
That's a great point. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. There isn't. No. You're right. It's a great point. I really can't say anything else about it. There isn't. There's no place else really there's not a lot of places for guys to go out there and learn. And sure, there's the independent territories running and all that stuff, but how often are these guys running shows? And the younger people that are wrestling, are they wrestling people that they can learn from? I don't know. I mean, I don't want to knock anybody that's out there putting on a pair of trunks and boots, because I don't know enough about people outside the WWE to make a comment about it. But, you know, I know, like, when I broke in, there were so many places to go and work and learn your trade before you make it to the WWE, or at the time NWA, which was WCW, now we own, but, you know, or an ECW or an AWA. You know, there's nothing, or Calgary, or World Class in Texas, you know, in the Memphis territory, you know, so it's like tough now. It's tough for the new guys.
Right.
You know,
do you think it's harder to get into the WWE now than it was, you know, 8 years ago, 5 years ago?
No. I don't, because I think now that our company is, we're always looking for the next big superstar, always looking for the next young, fresh face that has potential, as you know. And I think now I'd love to give you an analogy. The pickings, there's a lot less to pick from now.
Right.
If you stand out in that crowd, you're going to stand taller than you would 6, 7 years ago, because there were so many people in that crowd. Now the crowd's a lot smaller.
Right.
You know, we'll see. But that's where places like Ohio Valley for WWE come into play. You know, where all guys down there are developing. Guys that come out of that system have been successful. You know, like a Kurt Angle, you know, for example, came in there. Brock Lesnar. I mean, come on. You know, so I mean, Ohio Valley, you know, they're doing something good down there. You know, I believe the Bashams came out of there. Doug might have been working before that, though, I think. But I think Danny Basham, I could be wrong on that, came right from that system. I might be wrong.
I think you're right. I think you're correct.
Yeah, and there's others. I mean, I'm just using those guys like Kurt and Brock for an example.
Right.
You know, I believe The Rock, it was in Ohio Valley, but, you know, he came from within the WWE system. You know, so...
and you mentioned when Nathan Jones went away for that period of time, he was down there, and when he came back, he was, you know, 10 times better than when he had first started out in the WWE.
No doubt. They're doing something right down there in Ohio Valley, to testament to everybody down there running the ship down there. You know, and you're right, Nathan just it's a shame, because I think Nathan's potential, once he came back, was risen high. You know, I think he was just doing so much better. But, hey, you know what, man? You never know what's going on in a guy's personal life. You know what I mean? Who knows? I mean, you never know. And in my view, family's always first, you know, your personal life before business, you know. But when you're young in this industry and you're trying to earn your stripes, you got to try. I've always told people when I was running a wrestling school for ECW that to be a successful professional wrestler, it's not part of your life. It's not something you do. It's not a job. It's a lifestyle. When I was coming up, my whole life revolved around the ring. My whole life. Everything I did was driven towards the ring. Everything. You know, I mean, you know, I had a girlfriend, and then eventually I married her, but...
Yeah!
Jabroni. But, you know, it's like, you got to be focused. It's like Rue. You know, Rue is and was a very successful singer. And Rue, I'm sure you, as a young girl, how old were you started singing?
I started really young. The minute I can open my mouth, music was coming out of me.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And how many years of training? And
yes,
just
a lot of
how
training.
many auditions were you on? And you just came up through the ranks.
Absolutely. You get knocked down, but you get right back up.
That's
I mean,
it,
it's either in your blood or it's not, no matter
and
what
it
it
builds
is.
character.
Yes.
You know, it really does. And I think that applies to anything in life, not just the wrestling business, like you, Rue. You're from entertainment, but in music.
Yes.
And you did the same thing. I think it's anything. If you want to be a fireman, for argument's sake.
Right.
If you want to be a dentist, a doctor, whatever. If you want to be like Cole, he used to do before I worked here, delivering milk. You know, whatever you're doing. You know.
Right.
Taz, before we let you go, can you tell us what the next Tales from the Hook column will be about in SmackDown the Magazine, which of course was your idea as well, SmackDown the Magazine?
Yes, SmackDown Magazine was my intellectual property. We know that. Well, yeah, gizmos, gadgets, and games. Basically, that's what the Tales from the Hook's going to be about. It's going to be about, basically, and Josh, you know, this is just, ladies and gentlemen, this is just Josh getting away from me to put him over. That's so, because Josh, I gave him my typewriter for a little while and let him type a little bit. Josh did help me with Tales from the Hook this coming month, you'll see. Gizmos, gadgets, and games. Josh wanted to call it Gizmos, Gadgets, and Gays. Okay, not that there's anything wrong with that.
And then what would the pictures be? The pictures would be like an iPod, a PlayStation 2, and the last one was what now?
An 8x10 of Michael Cole.
Gizmos, Gadgets, and Gays.
Oh, my gosh.
God, we're going to get heat. But, well, we didn't do that. We did Gizmos, Gadgets, and Games. And it basically talks about, my... because everybody knows I'm in the 21st century. I'm in the now, and I'm very, very electronically in tuned.
Taz, you're in the tomorrow. You're so electronically in tune.
Man, I'm into next week already, bro. Please.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm all about laser beams and whatnot. But and then we have Josh talking about games because he's silly, and he likes to play games. So he talks about like Nintendo or whatever, Xbox as they call it, the kids today. So it's pretty good. Tales from the Hook, Gizmo, Gadgets, and Games, and hey, Rue, I got to have you help me out with one of my little columns one month. You got to help me out with something.
I would do anything for you, Taz. You know I'm all about the orange, baby.
I know. Yeah, there you go. So that's it. So Josh, San Diego is your next question. Yeah, I love San Diego. We were just there. It's a great place. And also, I'll help you on this one too. Rey Mysterio makes his hometown return tonight, and Ray has a great night this evening on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to want to miss it. It's pretty good stuff.
Awesome, Taz. Well, that's it. Thank you very much for joining us on Bite This, and I'll give you a call later on tonight. We'll talk.
Yeah, sounds great. All right, Rue, take it easy.
Thanks, Taz. Have a good day.
Josh. Adios.
Later.
Adios.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have some unfortunate news. Mick Foley, I just got this from Phil Spear. I always get notes and stuff during the show. Mick Foley is in Washington, D.C. at the Walter Reed Medical Center. He's meeting with wounded soldiers. The meeting is going longer than expected, but of course, we're not doing anything to drag him away from meeting with the wounded troops. Mick's doing a great thing in Washington, D.C., and we'll get him on Bite This hopefully next week or the week after. And, the WWE superstars always doing what they can to help the soldiers, help the troops, and of course, big news on, SmackDown heading to Iraq and Kuwait over Christmas. We'll tonight on
delivering
USO care packages, and tonight on SmackDown we'll have highlights from the press conference.
That's right.
The WWE announcing to the troops that WWE's coming to Iraq and Kuwait, so look forward to that on SmackDown tonight. But now we have a surprise caller, but I know who it is because I'm the host of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Hurricane. Hey, Hurricane, what's up, buddy?
What it is?
Long time no see. Actually, I haven't seen you in a while.
Well, yeah, you don't venture over the Raw too much, so I guess we ain't gonna be bumping into each other.
No, this Hurricane, we got Rue joining us in the studio here.
How you doing, Hurricane?
I'm doing great, Rue. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. I'm hanging in there with Josh over here.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, thank you for the sympathy. I greatly appreciate it.
Hurricane, how was your Thanksgiving, buddy?
It was good, man. It was really good. I gained a couple extra pounds around the her belly, so.
Well, you might need those extra pounds come this Sunday. You're in the tag team turmoil match at Armageddon. If you would, explain to us about this tag team turmoil match a little bit for our fans watching on WWE.com.
The way I'm being led to believe is like two teams start out, and once one team gets eliminated, then another team enters the match, right thereafter. And so far there's 6 tag teams in there, me and Rosie being one of them.
Well, best of luck to you guys in that. You also have the Dudley Boys, Mark Jindrak and Garrison Cade, yourself, Lance Storm, and Val Venus. So hopefully, best of luck to you guys in that match this Sunday. And Hurricane, what do you got going on today?
Actually, I'm going to be the Grand Marshal in the Christmas parade in my hometown, so I'm actually getting ready for that.
The Hurricane is the Grand Marshal in a parade.
Wow.
That's going to be awesome, I'm sure.
I was in the Macy Day parade last year, and I was, I actually like the phrase absolute to death. And I've been in the Mardi Gras parade, so as far as parades go, once I get the Smithfield parade down, I'll be covered.
You're an old pro, huh?
I got it, hands down.
Hurricane, how does it feel to have Matt Hardy over there on Raw with you guys now?
It's pretty good, Actually, me and Matt had a couple matches on the house shows here recently, and we've had a lot of fun.
And Lita's back as well, huh?
Say again?
Lita's back, so it's like the whole crew's together again.
That's right.
Yeah, it's actually a strange turn of events, because back in the day when I had Mighty Molly with me, we would always compete against Matt and Lita.
Right.
And so here recently it's been me and Lita against Matt and Molly.
Things have changed a little bit there.
Now all we got to do is get me and Matt against Lita and Molly, and we've done every situation possible.
So the Hurricane's going to be a Grand Marshal and a Parade. Hurricane, we don't want to keep you from that. We just appreciate you calling up, being a surprise calling here on Bite This. Maybe we'll get you next week or the week after. We'll talk to Hurricane a little bit longer. Maybe we can talk to you after Tag Team Turmoil this Sunday at Armageddon.
And if we do, I hope to be a tag team champion when I'm talking to you.
Well, hopefully you are, and hopefully we'll have congratulations for you. But we appreciate you calling, and have a good match on Sunday.
All right, you guys be good.
Thanks, Hurricane.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So we made it, Rue. The show's all about over.
Yeah, I made it. This has been great. This has been fun. I'm having a blast reading this, by the way. This has just been a great day.
I hate reading this instant feedback.
I love it.
It's all insults about me.
No, you've got some nice stuff in there. I mean, someone's dying for you to take your shirt off.
That's not going to happen.
Okay.
So tonight on SmackDown, we mentioned Rey Mysterio will be in his hometown of San Diego, California. The 619 Los Guerreros battle the self-proclaimed world's greatest tag team. Bradshaw takes on Rhino, which is, of course, a fallout from what happened last week on Velocity. It was Bradshaw one-on-one with Rhino. Bradshaw won the match, but after, Rhino gored Bradshaw for no reason. So now Bradshaw's not happy, and they're going to battle it out on SmackDown tonight. My boy, the Cat. My boy, the Cat, claims that he's going to be dancing with Sable tonight on SmackDown.
Don't be disappointed. I'm sure you thought it was going to be you, but no.
Nope, and of course, highlights from the press conference announcing WWE's trip to Iraq and Kuwait. You're not going to want to miss that. Next week on Bite This, Rue won't be here, but we're tentative to have Val Venus.
We got Val.
Val will be here in the studio with me. Oh, on the phone. Val will be on the phone. We also hope to have Chris Jericho, a.k.a. one of the 50 greatest superstars of all time in the WWE, and it will be the last episode of the year on Bite This. Yeah. Wow, that's really saddening. The last show of the year, Rue.
Well, I'm glad I got to come on.
No, next week's the last show of the year.
I know, but I'm glad that I was here in 2003. I mean, I'm glad I got to make it here before the end of the year.
Oh, she'll be back, folks.
You're so cool.
We'll be back.
I'm coming back. I'm
back.
back.
I'll definitely be back next week right here
it's been
on
a blast.
Bite This.